think of a sign language interpreter, you may only imagine one type of interpreter. However, there are a host of types of interpreters who work with a range of deaf people. The role of the interpreter appears to be very straightforward: to effectively facilitate communication between deaf and hearing people in a variety of settings. Here are a few examples. The most common type of interpreting seen today uses two different languages: American Sign Language, ASL, and spoken English. In order to be effective in any situation, ASL interpreters must have fluency in both languages. Some interpreters know 3 or more languages. These multilingual interpreters are able to interpret among at least one sign language and 2 or more spoken languages. A deaf interpreter has native fluency in ASL and its culture. Deaf interpreters are used to meet the unique linguistic needs of a range of deaf people. For example, a deaf immigrant who uses their home country's language. Pro-tactile interpreters work with people who are deaf-blind. Many deaf-blind people use pro-tactile, a combination of sign language, body cues, and touch to not only support communication, but also to describe what is happening in their surroundings. With cued speech transliteration, hand shapes are used in different locations near the mouth to cue the different English phonetic markers.
What does deaf mean to me? Well, many things. English is my first language. ASL is my second language. I first learned English through cued English, or cued speech.
Oral transliterators silently repeat English being spoken while using gestures, pointing, and other techniques and strategies. Now you've seen the range of types of interpreters. Interpreters must have the knowledge and experience to match the settings where they work.
I experienced getting the exact interpreter I wanted on graduation day. I was one of the commencement presenters at Gallaudet. While preparing my presentation, I kept thinking about the fact that I wanted to use my own preferred interpreter. It's rare that I have the opportunity to choose my own interpreter, because the overarching goal is simply access. But on this important day, as a Black woman, I wanted an interpreter who would match my voice. It was important to have an interpreter with cultural awareness.
The American with Disabilities Act requires that an interpreter be qualified and have the language fluency to effectively interpret between both languages. They must also be familiar with specialized vocabulary.
In a perfect world, there would be an interpreter with several different degrees in architecture, biology, etc. But again, the point is it was important that the interpreter match my communication style, and I match theirs so that it would work well.
When it comes to hiring an interpreter, it's critical to have the deaf person involved in that decision-making process.